Welcome to this channel. So in the previous few videos, I have shared that a proper Kung Fu training has to have the development part and the confirmation part. And I also shared that and proven to the world that Wing Chun is not Tai Chi, Bagua, or Xing Yi. Wing Chun is a Buddhist art. One side is like a bird with two wings. One wing is deep into Buddhism. Another wing is deep into Shaolin, short strike, and general Qi Ji Guang. That is Wing Chun. Okay, so Wing Chun is a really comprehensive systems. Now, after I share that, there are many Wing Chun friends, uh, internal friends, chat with me, and most is just challenging me on this internal all kinds of stuff because they say they don't buy it. So I asked them, since everybody is so thinking themselves so advanced and know it all, tell me what is a DanTian breathing? Don't everybody who talk about internal this and internal that has to have DanTian breathing? And so different friends tell me their view on it. And after that, I told them, you know what? Zero multiplied by a million means zero, right? So if you don't know what is Dantian breathing, you use all kinds of Chinese philosophy terms or whatever, which is sound deep, sound ancient, to intellectualize what you don't know, it will end up you still don't know. So I say, well, just based on what you tell me, I know you don't know. You have no way how to develop it. Well, of course, people don't like it, right? Even though it's friends and everything. So some call me ego, self-centered, uh, very assertive, and some question, how can you be so sure? So today, I like to share with you this video. Once for all, we want to solve this Dantian breathing issue. This need to solve. If this is not solved, you don't have Chinese Kung Fu. Sorry. If you have my book, Wing Chun Inception, if you read the Wing Chun Classic 1850, the fifth writing at the beginning is Union in the Dantian, the fifth, okay, the fifth of the beginning of the writing. Now, if we intellectualize what is that Dantian and so forth, this is a waste. This will be like a comic or fiction, fiction. Then everybody read it, and then everybody will have their own opinion, their own interpretations, their own belief, their own Sifu says or Grandmaster says. But none can do it. None know what it is. So this is how serious it is. Can we do it or we cannot do it? So instead of going through all this DanTian Qi, DanTian breathing, DanTian Qi is DanTian breathing is DanTian Qi, and according to Lao Zhi, Dao Zhi, it has to be natural. You breathe naturally, you will for sure get there. If you train long enough internal, you will also for sure get there. You have your mind power there. Pay attention to this location, that location, you will get there. All of this thing is, if we don't know what it is, we can intellectualize it, writing a big, not 500-page books, we still don't know it. So today I like to share with you. So here on, we solve this problem once for all Wing Chun brother and sister. You know this, and you know this is just very simple. Okay, you're very clear on what the heck is going on. What is the ancient Chinese is talking about? What I'm going to share with you, I call it the Wing Chun West way. Because what I'm going to share with you, Asia doesn't have. Okay? Even up to Red Boat, they don't have this. It's West because now we use technology, we use science. So it's more fair to call it Wing Chun West. Because Asia doesn't have it. And because it does use the Western science and technology. And I can assure you, those ancestors in the Red Boat will like that. Why? Dean General Qi Jiguang said one have to continue to learn and continues to experiment on things. Because this follow their teaching to make things better, to grow things. It's not as what I say in yesterday's video. You sit in this room filled with all the old photos, and everybody have their 5 cents on what the old photo is, based on whatever they like to think. So this is to solve problem. Now, you talk about DanTian breathing, okay? DanTian breathing. We need to be really careful. We need to know the 6 core elements. The first, you have to deal with the physical body. The second is mind. The third is the breathing. Only after you can handle the breathing, you can handle the DanTian Qi. If you are not be able to handle the DanTian breathing, you will not be able to handle the DanTian Qi, period. So don't say that, oh, I just put my mind in my lower abs or the lower belly, and then I think about that, then I get this chi and all this kind of thing. Forget about that, okay? Life is not that simple, but life is simple once you know it. The ancient Chinese know what they are talking about. So today, I'd like to share with you one thing. If you want to talk about DanTian breathing, okay, which is so that you be able to handle the fifth writing here in the 1850 classic, you need to know a term in Chinese. It's called Qi Dao or Qi Lu. Qi Dao is, in English, breathing pathway. So Qi Dao or Qi Lu is in Mandarin. In Cantonese, we usually call it halo. Hei is Qi, is breathing. Lo is the pathway. So in order to develop the DanTian breathing, as the Chinese call it, which is a mask, okay, or the deep belly breathing, we need to know the Qi Dao and Qi Lu. Okay. Now, so first is 6 core element. Those who don't understand about the 6 core element can read my book, the Basic Wing Chun Art and Science. Okay. So you get understanding on that. Okay, let me find. Okay, here. Read this book if you want to know the 6 core element. Okay. So you get all the sequence proper. That's very important. We need to know what exactly it is if we want to develop something, or else whatever we don't know, we intellectualize it, is still what we don't is still we don't know. Okay. Six element, and then when it comes to the breathing, today I'm going to share with you that one need to know the breathing pathway. One need to be able to handle it. So you should ask, well, what is breathing pathway, Hendrik? Well, let's look at a common people's breathing, okay? And this is with science now. Now, a common people's breathing, they will have a chest breathing, so your chest expand here, okay? Or there are some type of the so-called lower abs or diaphragmatic breathing or deep belly breathing, but the pathway is the inhale, and then this is moving this belly over here, lower abs here. So usually you see this two type of breathing, and many people thought that this is the belly breathing or the DanTian breathing. Well, it is not. The DanTian breathing have a pathway of you inhale, exhale, your diaphragm and the pelvic floor is going up and down. For this type of belly, deep belly breathing, this is not go up and down. This go up and down, this go out and in, but this usually it doesn't synchronize. So with the proper one, the proper DanTian breathing or the deep belly breathing, it is actually go this pathway. And of course, the body is growing, it's expanding outward when this happens. This type of breathing is just force it. You intentionally force this part, okay? But this is naturally up and down, and the body is expand with it, okay? So this is this breathing, and the pelvis floor and the diaphragm is going up and down, and the body expand according with the breathing. Well, while here it intentionally do something to this, and for some who don't know don't know how to breathe, they will get into the chest breathing, lifting their shoulder, those kind of stuff, which is forceful over here, and this is forceful too. So this is the proper one, okay? So for DanTian breathing, you need to be able to handle this, okay? To handle this, to get into this state of breathing, this way of breathing. You breathe in, breathe out. Your pelvis floor muscle and your diaphragm is going up and in based on the breathing condition. Your body is expanding and contracting based on that. Not this. If you do this, you get a big belly down there. You look at a lot of people say, "Well, I train in the what do you call it, qigong and so forth," and you get a big belly out there, like a beer belly, those kind of stuff. Those are not that. It is this. Okay, so this is proper DanTian breathing. Now, in order to have this proper DanTian breathing, one need to know the breathing pathway. Aware of proper breathing cavity, because when you're breathing, you will be aware of the entire thing. Like you have an eyes inside your body which know this cavity, the movement of cavity. So once you get this, if it's get into this or get into this, you know right away, because you have the awareness of the proper breathing cavity movement inside your body. So if you want to talk about internal art, you need to develop that awareness of your proper breathing cavity within it. Okay? And in order to get the proper uh, DanTian breathing, one first develop the awareness of the breathing cavity. And because one aware of this cavity, one be able to do it repeatable with high quality and continue to develop it. So it's just like you know the highway. Somebody drove you to the highway, you see the entire highway, and then you can start practice your driving in the highway. Over here is you don't know the highway, you just go breathe whatever, and or we usually say, just breathe naturally. So what is breathe naturally? So this is, it guarantee one get into the deep belly breathing. Okay, it guaranteed if one have the process of develop the awareness of the proper breathing cavity or the breathing pathway in the Chinese, then one develop that DanTian breathing or deep belly breathing. Okay, so I hope that you understand. You want to develop DanTian breathing, you need to aware of the cavity, the breathing cavity movement inside your body. Okay, and then you be able to develop the deep belly breathing properly. In any time when you get into this or this, right away you know that is not what I want. And in today's science, you know that this is the piston breathing, the pelvic floor and the diaphragm synchronization. This is a healthy breathing, a healthy human body's breathing. So the ancient DanTian breathing is just the deep belly breathing, which is proper for human. That's all. No chi, no all those kind of philosophy. Okay, so then you ask me. So okay, I understand this, Hendrik. You need first to know the halo, and then you be able to develop the DanTian breathing or the deep belly breathing. So how am I doing it? Well, I already tell you. I already shared to everybody how to do it. The development process is N1 and then go 2C. Wing Chun Inception. This is the nurture chi practice N1 process. Do it in the laying down. So why laying down? Because when you're laying down, you don't stress different part of your body, and then you be able to have your body loosen up, and then you be able to build the awareness of the proper cavity of your body. Okay, the process is that you practice it, and then that it will do that. You will feel you are aware. You don't use your mind, your intention to do this or to do that, because what you want is I want to aware of what happened when I'm breathing. What part of my body, what part of my cavity inside my body move when I am breathing. So this is actually laying down to know yourself, not have any intentions or any how to say that prefix what I want to do. I don't want to know what I want to do. I just want to know my body. When you know the body, you know the natural things. You know you're aware of the proper breathing cavity. That's N1 process. And then, but you can do it in the laying down, but at the standing up, how to do it? Because standing up, starting you loading your body. That's why in Wing Chun matrix, you have this using the tools to develop the 2C state. That's how you develop it. You develop the breathing pathway, you develop the DanTian breathing or the lower the deep belly breathing, so that you'll be able to achieve or to activate or to do the or to realize the union in the DanTian. You'll be able to activate this properly, not this, not this. Okay? So if you look at today's in the Chinese Kung Fu or Qi Gong, people talk about this, but they don't explain this to you. They don't give you the process how to develop that. Then is again back to step zero. Whatever we don't know, we intellectualize it, we still don't know. Okay? It sounds good, but it does not. Now then you ask me, well, Henrik, there's the process. How can we know that you are proper, you're right? Well, let's look into this. Deep belly breathing means one is increasing one's maximum oxygen intake or VO2 max and use the max capacity of one's lung. You use the max capacity when you get into this state, okay, with the deep belly breathing. Well, this is scientific. VO2 max coming in, right? So, if you do this, guess what? You can get the confirmation using VO2 max and measure the lung capacity to see that is that true? Is that true that this is not going to give you the maximum breathing capacity or increasing your VO2 max? Is it true that this is not going to do that? Is it true that when you get this, your VO2 max will go up when you train, and your lung capacity you will improve using of your lung capacity? So big deal. VO2 max. You can measure the lung capacity. So do you have a DanTian breathing or not? Let the science tell you. You have your pathway, and if you have a proper pathway, all those measurements need to verify to confirm your practice. So if you do this, you can confirm with this. And this. That's why I call it Wing Chun West. Without this scientific technology, you cannot solve this problem. It was standing out there, comparing whose intellectualized explanations of or opinion sounds better. But right now we don't want that. We want result. Can you show me your VO2 max? Is that 50, 60s, or 20? Can you show me your lung capacity? Is that 2 liter or it is 4 liter, 5 liters. How about before and after? How about you just, if you know the breathing pathway, if you know the breathing pathway, it is simple. You just go handling your breathing because you know your breathing pathway. You can handle your breathing in this way, and you measure the breathing volume using this stuff. You can see right away it is proper or not. But now we're following science. This is human. This is technology. And so problem solved. All this DanTian breathing, problem solved. And you want to have DanTian Qi, you better get this. This is the first thing. Until you get this, you will not be able to get the Qi part. The guy who meditate will do this. Okay? The guy who meditate will do this. The guy who want to fight in the ring or in the battlefield, they have to max up their VO2 max to get up there to handle the impulse momentum. Again, in our Wing Chun Inception, the H model. Is up here. You need VO2 max up here for the impulse momentum handling. And with this, you link to what? Today's sports science, cardiovascular endurance, your stamina, your power, because when you do power, your strike power, everything, you need breathing. Your endurance and so forth, you need breathing. So it is this simple. But again, as what I said, this is using Western sports science and technology, so it's better call it Wing Chun West. Asia doesn't have it, right? Go check around the world. They don't have this thing. So Wing Chun internal is not something you only think, you only dream, but you never touch. Those things, if you really develop it, the most is about 1 month, you know what is going on. You can get there. And many people have do this. In weeks, they got it. When one get into the 2C state, you know right away your breathing is deep. Your breathing is deep, and then your how to say that your breathing handling is much better than this handling or this handling, even if you just do 2C. When you get here, with the N1, you'll be able to aware of what inside there. So there's no prefix ideas. It is you just develop the awareness to know the breathing pathway, and you develop how to handling your body and how to handling your breathing. That's why you can get result. So this is what I like to share with you. The answer is out there for the DanTian breathing. So again, you see that you want to go meditation, you take this path, the breathing becomes so fine. If you want to go for the fighting, you boot up your VO2 max for the impulse momentum handling. So this two-way. You're going downward to have this fine, like in the meditation for healing, recovery, there's one direction. Like this H model. Going down here is the directions of healing and recovering. Going up here is the handling of the impulse momentum, which is you have to use in fight. So that that is how it is. And your breathing pathway is here. You need to have your breathing pathway. So hopefully I clear this for every Wing Chun brother and sister. Okay. No need to go out there, oh, I want to have this internal, that internal, and then come back with this grandmaster say this, that grandmaster say that. We don't need that. We need this. Do you get DanTian breathing or not? We use this. And it's not Hendrik, okay? So today, what I'm sharing with you is about technology, it's about solving problem. Don't take it like, oh, this is Hendrik say this Hendrik grandmaster. I don't like that. I just tell you that this is what it is. So I'm like a detective. This is what it is. Okay. After 40 years or so of investigating into that, you piece it out and be able to verify with the Western medical science and sports science, and you release to the world. The notion is so that every Wing Chun brother and sister be able to benefit and know exactly what the ancient is talking about and be able to grow from that. Well, of course, this thing, how much you think I can sell you if I say this is a top secret? Guarantee you'll get it. And when you come to study with me, I say, well, pay me 10,000 euro, and then I share this with you, and then you go measure it, you know you got it. And then thus you can proceed on with whatever inside this book, the 1850s Wing Chun Classic. But I didn't do that. Why? See, we all have a duty. Humanity side. This is an education. We need to think public-minded, not only money and fame and all those kind of stuff. So what to argue? Whether you get a VO2 max or not? Whether you can get into the deep meditations, we can check your heart rate variability or not. So this one, if you go finer and finer, your breathing go, the repetitions of your breathing go less and less until like drop to the 6 breath per minute, and you can see your heart rate variability changes, and then so forth, so forth. Here you can get it, and you can see your power, your endurance. That's all what it is. DanTian breathing. So we know today what happened in the Red Boat 1850. We can repeat it today, even with much more effective, because we have the tools now. We have the Western medical science to know what exactly happened, and we have the ancient way, we have the Western science way, medical way. So we fusion up, we grow to another level. So that's why, again, I call it Wing Chun West. So this is what I like to share with you today. Okay? Don't trust me. Look at it. Go study it with the science and everything. See what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that backed all by the science or not. So that's why, again, I'm not assertive, or I'm not self-righteous, or I'm not full of ego. Under objective, rational, scientific base, that's how things ought to be presented, not about me, my idea, my opinion, my logic, and all those kind of stuff. If you really study Zen, Zen is like this. Zen is not those intellectualized stuff. Today's people intellectualize Zen, Buddhism, and all kind of mess. That's why you look at all this, yeah, those monks and so forth. Go measure it. If you really want to get into the samadhi, you need to get into this. Measure your heart rate variability, measure your VO2 max. If you don't have that, You just intellectualize what you read, and you still don't know. And I know this is what I'm saying here is really strong. Like it might bang a lot of people. Well, didn't that a Zen teaching? When you go straight like that, daydreaming or dream walking, don't the Zen teacher is going to give you a bang, a slap in the face and say, hey, wake up. There's Zen. Zen meaning there is no, you give me face, I give you face. Zen mean, hey, tell the truth so that everybody benefit. It's not, oh, I give you face, you give me face, and at the end, everybody going down.